How to start losing weight when you're morbidly obese? Let's go over that in this video. If you are looking to lose weight, you came to the right place because I have helped thousands of people lose weight, even losing over 100 pounds faster than any other weight loss program. In this video, we're gonna go over options you have to address your weight loss. And then we'll cover different components to weight loss that you'll need. And last, we'll cover the fastest, most sustainable way to lose weight. I've been in this industry for over 26 years. I have seen everything come and go that you can possibly imagine. I know it works, and more importantly, I know what doesn't work. And can I tell you that you being morbidly obese, that doesn't scare me. That doesn't make me worried. That doesn't make me lose confidence in my program. Oh no, we can't help you because you've got too much weight to lose. I've had people come through my program that have hundreds, yes, I said hundreds of pounds to lose. And we've been able to help them. It's not difficult. It's not out of our reach. It's not out of the realm of possibility. You came to the right spot. At least you're watching this video, and that's what I appreciate. At least you're giving me the chance to talk to you about this. So let's go through the weight loss options that you have. I want to talk about the guilt and shame that you might be feeling right now. Look, I get it. I haven't been 100 pounds overweight, but I've been overweight, and I understand the guilt and shame that goes along with that to a certain degree. Maybe not as much as you, but we all come from different journeys. I understand that as a world-class athlete, one of the top elite athletes in the world, me getting fat really looked bad, and I dealt with my own guilt and shame. My sister Carrie lost over 100 pounds with the Code Red lifestyle, and even after failed weight loss surgery. A lot of guilt and shame there too. We deal with a lot of guilt and shame in general in our society. Shame about our past, guilt about not being good enough parents or not being good enough spouses or not performing our job like your neighbor does or not living up to your brother or your sister or not marrying that man that your mom wanted you to marry. There's so much guilt and shame just in everyday life. And I just want you to just release that. I want you to understand that that has no place here. Our society has put so much emphasis on what we look like and how pretty we are. You know, what do we say to little girls? We walk up, oh my goodness, look at you, you're so pretty. One time I was watching one of those morning shows and it was a Halloween special and they had these little kids come out in Halloween costumes and the hosts were giving the kids candy, and when they got to this one little girl that was dressed as Cinderella and she was absolutely gorgeous, so the host said, I'm gonna give you extra candy because you're so pretty. I couldn't believe that. And we say that. First thing we notice is someone's looks and someone's beauty, and it really sinks in that when we're overweight and when we don't look a certain way and when we are wearing a bigger size clothing or shopping at a big size clothing store, it really makes us feel like we're unworthy. It makes us feel like we are less than. And you're not. You're not less than. You are wonderful and you're beautiful. And when I look at a heavy person, I don't judge them. I can actually see the potential. My heart breaks because people don't know what they don't know. They don't know the nature of the trap. They only were doing what they were taught in school or what their doctor told them. Their doctor said, oh, you gotta move more. Well, you're thinking, well, I'm over 100 pounds overweight. I can't move. It hurts my knees to move. I get that. I don't look at someone who's overweight and judge them for being overweight. I look at someone who's overweight and I want to reach out to them and say, hey, listen, I know a better way. So I want to just say that to you watching right now. Don't worry. There's no judgment here. I'm just here to provide you with the information that you need so that you can make your best weight loss decision. A lot of weight loss programs address the calories, the volume. That's what weight loss surgery is. That's what bariatric surgery is. That's what a lap band surgery does. It addresses just the volume. It's a volume reduction surgery. But a lot of those weight loss surgeries and a lot of the clinics surrounding that whole procedure, they don't offer the accountability component. They don't offer the support component. They don't offer the education component. Not all of them. And I'm not here to dog on the medical community. I'm not here to put all those people down. I just know that 40% of our clients that come to us to Code Red, they are failed weight loss surgery survivors, like my sister Carrie. She had major complications from weight loss surgery, and she found the workaround. We'll talk about the workaround in a second. And she came to Code Red and hadn't addressed her problem because the weight loss clinics and a lot of the medical system surrounding that whole thing, they don't address the other issues of your weight. They don't get to the root cause. They don't get to the core of the problem. They don't address the mental aspect of it. They don't have the support, the education, the community, the love. They kind of do the procedure and get you out of here and go on to the next patient. I'm just not down with that. So what are your options for weight loss? Well, you certainly have the bariatric surgery. You have the lap band. There are various weight loss surgeries that you can do. They have a device that prevents you from filling up your whole stomach. Some of them reroute your stomach. Some of them actually cut down the size of your stomach to the size of a NyQuil cup. Again, volume reduction. But there are lots of different weight loss surgery avenues that you can go. You can take Phentermine pills. Phentermine is a derivative of methamphetamine, and it will make you to where you're not craving food, you're not really desiring the food, and it kind of revs you up and hypes you up, and believe me, you'll clean your house, but you won't sleep very well. And I definitely don't suggest you go that route. I have taken Phentermine pills before because like you, I was desperate and I was looking for a quick fix. So I know that when you say you're looking for a quick fix, I know that. There is no quick fix, but you think Phentermine pills, that's going to be a quick fix, and it's not. It's going to leave you with a lot of complications and problems, so I wouldn't go that route. A lot of weight loss programs have an exercise component, but that's the number one biggest lie in weight loss, the fact that you can exercise off your weight. There is no amount of exercise that you're going to be able to do to get your weight off. Look, I just had my body fat tested. I have 40 pounds of fat on me. If you do some simple math, at 3,500 calories per pound of fat, that's 140,000 calories of stored fat on me. So if I burn 300 calories during a 3-mile run with my dog Annabelle, I'm gonna have to do approximately, almost 12 runs to burn 1 pound of fat? So exercise is not a way to address your weight problem. It's not. Exercise is great for a million other reasons, but you're gonna have a lot of weight loss programs that have an exercise component. Choose it or don't choose it. I'm just telling you that it's not gonna be as powerful as changing your diet. Another weight loss option for you would be a shake program. I'm not gonna name their names, that way I don't get sued, but there are lots of weight loss programs out there that'll just put you on shakes. And man, I got a real problem with that. I don't like the fact that you have to consume someone's product in order to lose weight and keep it off. I don't like that. Again, it's not getting to the root of the problem, which is your sugar addiction. It's not teaching you how to live life. Will it get weight off? Yeah, all these will get the weight off, but what happens when you gain it back? What happens if you quit drinking those shakes? What happens if you quit having them ordered to your house and delivered to your house? What happens if you're in Hong Kong or if you're at a truck stop in Des Moines and you don't have your shake? That's not really teaching you how to eat real food, and it's not real food, and I got a problem with that. I got a problem with anything that's not real food. So yeah, weight loss, yeah, the shakes, you'll lose your weight. Then what? There are various, way too many to name, pills out there that are thermogenic pills that will just kind of rev up your body. They're caffeine based. They have components in them that might make you shaky. It might make you hot and sweaty. And, some people claim that helps people lose weight by taking a thermogenic pill. And maybe it does. But again, it doesn't address your sugar addiction, and it doesn't address that you don't truly know how to eat to fuel your body. There are a few companies out there that will send diet foods to your house. They'll send a prepackaged meal to your house. And I'm not against convenience. I'm not. But again, what happens if you stop that membership? $400 a month to have prepackaged food that you throw in the microwave and you just eat it. You don't truly understand your body that way. You're just doing what someone tells you to do. You're going through the motions. You're not, again, getting to the root of the problem. You're not finding out how you got this big to begin with. When I write custom programs for people, there is a question in there. In the questionnaire, you're going to fill out a 33-question questionnaire. And one of the questions is, why are you overweight? What I'm looking for is for you to identify where things went wrong, not to judge you, but so that you don't repeat that same mistake. I want you to say it. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to come face to face with the reality. And the problem is, some people in their paperwork, they say, I don't know why I'm overweight. Let me tell you something. Every time in my life I've been overweight, I know exactly why. There's no mystery to me. And I can look myself in the mirror and say it out loud. I'm honest with myself. These food companies that deliver these prepackaged foods to you, they just want you to go through the motions of eating their food. They're not interested in educating you on the problem or educating you how to survive wherever you are. They don't want to help you get through your 5-year-old granddaughter's birthday party. How do you mitigate the things in real life? How do you go on a cruise and stay on plan? How do you go through your anniversary dinner and stay on plan? How do you travel to Cancun and stay on plan? They're not interested in that. They're interested in just selling you a product. And I'm a capitalist. I'm all for companies creating a product in the marketplace, buying it or not buying it. But I don't believe that's going to have long-term results for you because you don't know where you went wrong. You're just going through the motions of doing what someone else says, of just eating their food. Before we go any further, I want to hear from you. I would love for you to comment below if you're feeling brave, if you're feeling connected to me, and tell me, what were the things that you were led to believe when you were morbidly obese? Did you feel hopeless? Did you feel desperate? I know you did because we all have felt that way. And which way did you turn? Comment below and tell me how you felt. I think people turn to weight loss surgery and they consider that as an option because they think that that's going to be the quick fix and they think that's going to be the magic pill. They think that they're not going to have to think about it. Just go in there, cut my stomach open, do the thing, staple it, put the lap band in, whatever you got to do, just do it. I'll come back out and I'll be losing a pound a day, or I'll lose 10% of my body weight that month, or whatever they think. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to do the work. Some people, they think that's their only option because they're so big. How can I possibly run? Like on the Biggest Loser contestants. The Biggest Loser contestants had 200 pounds to lose, and yet they were exercising. They were training 5 hours a day, jumping up on box, running 5 miles a day. It was insane. And so you think to yourself, well, I can't do that. So weight loss surgery is my only option. And can I tell you, it's not. That the Code Red lifestyle gets just as much weight off of people in the same amount of time as weight loss surgery. Without the shakes, the pills, the diet foods, and without any exercise. I know this must sound too good to be true, but it's truly not. I've had almost 45,000 people come through my program at the time that I'm talking to you right now, at the time of this recording, 45,000 people come through my program. And I know what works and I know what doesn't. And believe me, there's nothing that is happening to you that I never seen before. I've seen it all. I've gone through it all. And yes, I can help you too. Whatever weight loss program you end up choosing, you need to make sure that there are 3 components to the weight loss program. Okay, you ready for it? You need to have a plan. You need to have accountability. And you need to have a reward system put in place that's not food related. You know, one of my big gripes about Weight Watchers, and Weight Watchers has done a lot of great things for a lot of people, but one of my biggest complaints is that everybody goes and they weigh in on Friday and they meet at like the Armory building, or they meet at the church banquet center and they weigh in, and then they all go out for Mexican food afterwards. What? Like, what is that? Like, woo, I lost 3 pounds this week. Let's celebrate with food. Look, celebrating with food is what got you in this mess to begin with. Again, not addressing the underlying issues, your sugar addiction. You got to the size that you are because you're a sugar addict and because you're emotionally eating and you're dealing with your stress, anxiety, anger, grief, sadness, joy, all kinds of emotions, by eating your way through them. We have to get to the root of that problem. We have to address that so that you don't go around this mountain again. I tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. And the Code Red lifestyle, we offer not only a solid plan, but we offer the support and the accountability, and we talk about rewards. What would be a reward for you? What small milestones? 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, depending on what you define as a milestone. We want you to put a reward system in place. We want you to address your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to get healthy? Why am I on this path? Why is this bothering me now at this point in my life? We have coaches that coach 20 hours a day that are right there for you to offer support. We have a huge community of people that offer support. And on my custom program, if you sign up for a custom program, you're gonna have to turn in your weight to me every single Friday. And you're gonna be held accountable for that weight, good, bad, or ugly. So we believe we tick all the boxes when it comes to providing the most well-rounded weight loss program for you. And yeah, you can lose 10% of your body weight every month. Again, without shakes, pills, diet foods, or even exercise. Look, I think that you're able to see my type of personality and the way that I talk to people in this video. So if you like this video, then subscribe to my channel and you can get a whole host of other videos. And if you click that little notification bell, you'll be notified when I release a new video. That way you don't miss any of them. The best place to start with me is a 10-pound takedown challenge. You can lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days with very, very simple rules, very simple food lists, very simple tracking. It's a great way to just start. We want to move you in a direction of better decisions. We want to move you out of the drive-thru and into the kitchen. If you're ready, if your heart is saying to you right now, Cristy, I think I want to give this a shot. Catch our next challenge. In fact, I've linked it up below. You can click on the link and you can join our next challenge. And I'll see you in the next video.